doesn't have a stun, so he's not really good at zoning, and usually he just uses fatal bonds and pushes the lane out, which could give a free lane here. So idea for Edge here is definitely going to be make sure Pyke can get out of the laning stage. So bringing supports, bringing the mid laner, bring whatever you need to, but Pyke definitely has to have a game here because the lane itself could be very difficult.
What happened? When did you know me? Are you seeing this? What?
I do, but I don't think everyone else can see it yet.
No one else is seeing. I don't even know how I describe on.
He just didn't load into the game, but he's still the pink color.
Yeah, but he's also talking as well. I don't know, dude. This is
his
insane.
his hero didn't load in. That's essentially. Yudomi's in, but his the ringmaster didn't make it. I've never seen a bug like this before.
I don't even know what to say, dude. I feel like we're getting some. Did you? I haven't even looked if Reddit said anything about gems or if anyone else has been noticing the gem problems that we're having, but we are seeing some stuff at the moment inside the qualifiers.
Yeah, I mean, ringmaster just didn't make it into the game. Not sure what the pause is gonna do, but we'll have to see. Well, time will tell. We'll figure it out.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
There's one DC. Unfortunately, it's not everyone DCing. It's alright. You guys, we'll keep you updated. Nothing too crazy. We'll let you know if it unpauses or if a remake's going to be there. But what, like a little bit more about the draft as a whole. What do you feel like was the thought process with this Morphling? Because as soon as you said like, yes, I protected the Morphling with the Doom getting banned out, but the Enigma was always in the pool and available. And we also, at the moment, like, you sound, at least the games we've been covering, you've been pretty pessimistic on Morphling in general. Like, we're not, it feels like we're getting some interesting. Scary game as it goes on.
I think if he gets out of the woods pretty unscathed, it's going to be great, right? This hero, Morphling, is the best hero in Dota in the late game, right? This hero will destroy any game if he's ahead in net worth. The problem he kind of has right now is the fact that it's kind of hard to get there with a lot of like lanes and lane setups. So yeah, if he can have a great laning stage, put an Empower on top of him, he's going to get on top of Lina and just completely destroy this hero. But it really is just going to come down to, can you get there? That's going to be like the hardest part, and just figuring out how this hero will make it to a situation where it can actually just carry the game. Because Morph, still amazing late game hero. Same with like heroes like PA, but how do you get there with these heroes, right? Like, you have to have a good laning stage, and if you can get the farm from the lane, then that is like the first step. And the hardest thing about this game is, will he be able to get there? That is my concern.
Well, you mentioned about potentially Michael tri-laning early on with making some rotations. How does the other movements look when the lanes start to dissolve? Do you want to see Edge, like, you know, maybe can PP gank, but this is a Magnus, I suppose, that's potentially rushing Blink, so maybe at that stage you could look to play. But you mentioned again, just like with the toss making movements, besides that, how can we enable the Morphling to get into the game?
I mean, it pretty much just has to be Tusk early game, right? I think he needs to do like what he can to just make sure that this Pango has some resemblance of a game, right? And once that's the case, then he needs to start prioritizing his hero going to the Nigma's lane to give more space, and Pango's gonna have to get creative and find ways to just make sure that he can also get some movement on the map here.
Just update, I've still no idea what's going on. We are still paused. We've the players, they're all shouting, so I don't know, and they're, I think, bored out of their minds and starting to draw on the map. So
yeah, I mean, in this case we can't really start the game, so we're just figuring out what to do here. Just chilling. I mean, how do you do that again? I don't even know how to do that.
What to?
You make like the super straight lines on the map. I don't know if anyone's ever seen that before.
I don't know, but they are. Oh, they're all doing it.
This looks like
very, I mean,
it looks like cheating to me. I gotta someone report these guys.
You're all washed up.
The map looks cool. Unfortunately, you guys are still sorry, we're still not seeing it. But yeah, I don't know. We're down one player apparently. He just hasn't loaded in. So
I mean, it's not that he hasn't loaded in. Like, he's loaded into the lobby. We see 9 heroes, but his hero didn't load in. Well, everyone else's hero did, which is like something probably it's hard to figure out what to do about this because no one has ever probably seen this before. A new and unique buff. I mean, maybe we'll have to see what the decisions are. We're gonna have to leave that to the admins, but I'm sure they're figuring out right now, so we'll have to wait and see.
Doing the calculations. Okay, there is, I think we're remaking. 2 people left. KJ made the decision. He said go remake, and Yuma left and KJ left as well, and so maybe there was something said on the back end. Looks like okay, we are gonna get a remake, so it shouldn't take that long, guys. Haven't had a remake in a while. Usually everything's been working pretty clean. We've been lucky.
30 seconds to battle. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's dota! Dire's banned. Dire's turn to ban. Radiant's turn to ban. Dire's banned. Dire's turn to ban. Radiant's turn to ban. It is Radiant's ban.
Dusk.
It is Dire's ban. Dire's turn to Radiant's turn to pick. Radiant must choose.
Lion.
Dire must choose.
Warlock.
Radiant's turn to ban. Dire's turn.
I'm sorry to keep you all waiting.
Dire's turn to ban. Radiant's turn to ban.
Impossible.
Radiant's seconds remain. Dire's turn to pick.
Lena.
Choose.
Behold the horn of Magnus.
Seconds. 5 seconds.
What a punk.
I'm a showman. The rest of you are the circus.
Tú serás mi Midas.
Stand lively now. Your admiral is on board. is refreshing.
Thirty seconds and counting.
First blood! And so much more shall soon be spilled. This blunt
Not enough for you.
deserved it not.
Play a bit harder next time.
Scanning for enemies.
You got a laning stage. And that's the thing about like these pro games, right? Like there's always an answer to any problem. It just depends on how many resources do you want to commit to solve a problem. Because this morph potentially would have zero game if they didn't do what they did with Michael, just continuously staying on top lane. Sure, eventually over time, this Enigma is going to kick you out of the lane, but at least you're getting kicked out of the lane with resources, as he does dodge the X with the waveform there. Very well done by Pyke. Yeah, he's got a Morbid Mask, he's got Shreds, he's jungle ready. He's fine to sack top lane.
They're bringing everyone. Holy, 5 heroes top. And looking to once again try and slow down Whisper. Vitalia with the roll through. Whisper will drop the black hole, but the snowball, that will make it really have zero value. Now PP's going to try and catch up towards the line, escaping over to the right side. Another great timing out of the waveform. Edge once again showcasing the importance that they're looking to try and put on securing the safe lane for the Morphling. What's Shinobi doing?
I'm not sure how he got there, but he's got a lot of souvenirs to play with.
Is he not dead?
Oh, they're just invading the stacks. Okay.
Okay, there's just 5 heroes still.
Okay, I mean, the fact he didn't die there with like using a couple souvenirs is cool. They stole the big camp stack, which is like, it's not really game breaking or anything, but it's cute. They did bring 5 heroes to do that though, so. Meanwhile, Yuma is completely free farming. But you know, this is Kunkka. It's not necessarily a hero that you get free farm and you're entirely scared of.
This is just kind of a supporting class this game to the Lina, where Analog, the def mid lane definitely is going to slow down the farm and also kind of the hard camp getting taken, but not the worst. You see, of course, the Maelstrom is the first item. She's sitting fourth net worth. The problem is like, how does once the lanes continue to dissolve, because I already have now, how are you going to be able to play into the blink on Mag along with the rotations from the supports? Because they will have damage for a lot of the game to be able to kill her. And a lot of it is probably going to come down to the defensive wards. They have all their wards are pretty much just on the river, trying to anticipate these movements into their own jungle.
Yeah, I mean, I would say for the next 10 minutes, it's going to be really edge favored. I think when you get into like those like 20-30 minute mark area, that's when
oh, Human, nice torrent to set up. It's going to be there with a combination, but Tyler will get a big shield crash, and he's actually okay. 600 shield that he's going to be playing with, so we'll look to roll. Get the TP out.
Yeah, I mean, that double jump gives you a very big shield and gets him out of danger there. But I was just saying, yeah, once you just blink on Mag and you have Pango, just in general, having this free initiation, you're going to be pretty heavily favored in this early game. It's really just going to come down to, you know, in the ultra late game, we saw yesterday with Whisper, he also had a rough laning stage, got tri-laned, gave away a couple deaths, but he went for the pipe, right? And then he ended up selling the pipe for the big items, but for now the blink reveal will be used, and Whisper 0-4 and 0 now. This Enigma has been heavily targeted by the side of Edge here. But as I was saying with the itemization here, he's like, okay, I'm not going pipe this game. I regret that from the time before. I'm just gonna get to the big items as the blink queued up with the BKB. In the late game, you don't have great answers for this. You have some, but not great answers, and we saw what he could do with this hero into the ultra late game. We still don't see a Warlock ult as well. He has 4 stacks. The Grimoire has decided that there has been no opportunity to use it, so gonna continue to keep collecting stacks here. Field to 6 now. He's smoked.
Okay, let's see where he wants to go. Maybe combining with